Let's jump into some more stuff. Mr. Chris Jericho, in a recent interview, had some interesting comments talking about AEW tag matches. And Dave, what is the one thing when we talk about AEW when it comes to tag matches? What is the one thing that we bitch and moan about?
There's no tags.
Thank you very much. Well, guess who else had an issue with that? Mr. Chris Jericho. So Chris Jericho in a recent interview talked about it. Let me get it up here. I know I have it. I know it was
on the Conan podcast, Keeping It 100 with K-Dog.
Was it? Was it there?
Yeah. Because him and Disco because Disco asked Jericho, he's like, man, when I watch AEW, man, they don't know tags at all. They don't do tag wrestling at all. And he says, that's one of the things I said, that I talked to these guys and yelled at them.
Hold on, Dave. Don't you dare. I'm trying to get the
audio.
Yeah, the audio. I had it, but I don't know exactly where I put it. So I gotta pull it up again. Hold on. We might have to skip. There it goes. All right, so here we go. You ready for this, guys? Let's play this audio and get your guys' thoughts on what. Where's it at? God damn it, Anthony! I swear. Okay, here it is. All right, let's go. Let me put this picture up of Mr. Lovely Le Champion. All right, let's play it.
Psychology drove me nuts to the point where that was one of the big knocks against our company in about week 3 or 4, if you remember. Now, yeah. Conan will appreciate this. They started making excuses for the Lucha Brothers because, I'll be honest with you, tagging out, they're lazy. They don't care. They just walk in and out whenever they want, do whatever they want, and it's not right. It's not how you do it. And they would make up excuses where they would say, oh, it's Lucha Libre style. Huh, that's funny, because I worked in Mexico for 2 years, and guess how you make a tag in a Lucha Libre match? You stand in the corner, and you wait for a guy to touch you, and you walk in. That's Lucha Libre rules, a.k.a. tag team rules. So I called a meeting with the whole crew and said, you're burying the refs. If you don't have any rules, you don't get any heat, and it's killing our show because our honeymoon period is over, and now people are watching us, and they're being confused by the lack of rules. So that's changing slowly.
Let me tell you, just like Lucha evolves in the United States, it evolved in Mexico, and sometimes evolving means digressing. They very rarely tag in and out anymore in Mexico. They just fucking go in.
Okay. Ultimately, if you want to look at the root blame for this, Lucha Libre wrestling, but not really sticking to the.
Okay, but let me finish my statement before somebody clickbaits me.
Yeah.
Phoenix and Penta are amazing. They blow my mind every week. And once we had a couple talks with them, guess what they started doing? They started tagging. Because like you said, maybe they were working at that. Maybe it was a habit, or maybe nobody told them. Right. You've got a whole locker room of guys who have basically just worked indies their whole careers. Not that I'm not putting the Lucha Brothers in there, but they don't know little things. Like I've told guys, change your gear. Your gear looks bush league. They come back with new gear, and I said, I can't believe how much better this is. Nobody's ever told them that stuff before. So once we told the guys to concentrate more on tagging in and out, they've been doing it, especially the Lucha Brothers as well. So everyone's learning together about what we're looking for in this company.
So there you go. Chris Jericho apparently addressed the Lucha. Was it just the Lucha Brothers that were just doing it? I'm not sure. It seemed like every tag match had no tags, but I don't know.
Because the Bucks, they do the same thing a lot of their matches.
Right, exactly. And I don't know if this past week, when we had an actual tag match with Cody QT and against the Butcher and the Blade, if there was more tags than usual. I'm pretty sure there were.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
But let's get to the match when we get the Lucha Bros in the ring or the Young Bucks in a regular tag match and see how that goes. Yeah, next week.
You're going to have the Lucha Bros versus Kenny and Page next week.
Yeah, so hey, you got to respect Jericho, a guy that is not going to hold any punches back. If he has an issue with something that's going on the show, he's going to mention it. And he's heard the gripes and the moaning and the bitching about how AEW tag matches seemingly don't have any rules. You can do whatever the hell you want. The ref doesn't really have any justice over anything. And like he said, the refs look like a bunch of bitches in the ring that they have no control over the match. Do you have anything else you want to throw in there as well, Dave?
Yeah, it was crazy that we were talking about that. So when I first heard about it, I went and listened to the interview, And and Disco pointed out, who we can blame for all of this? The Lucha Brothers and people not tagging in is Conan, because he's the one who brought all the Lucha people in from WCW. So just blame Conan.
Maybe he should be EVP Bobaruski. I'm sure he might be he would do a better job than have him book the women's division. I bet he would do a damn good job over there. And he keeps it 100. You got to respect that.
Yeah, that's funny you said that. Yeah. It was on keeping it 100. But yeah, I mean, but it was funny because I don't know if it was said in that interview, that clip you played, but he said he had like a meeting with with some of the guys, and said, you guys got to start tagging and doing something. He said they have done a little bit better of doing it in the last couple of weeks, he said, which I don't remember, but yeah, we'll see next week and how they change, the tag. And he said people got to give them a chance, and it's only been on for a couple months, so people need to just
don't give me that fucking excuse. I'm tired of hearing that excuse. I'm tired of hearing that excuse, man. I'm tired of it. These guys are professionals in there. Most of the guys that run AEW and help production are veterans. They've been in the game for years.
I disagree with.
They've been in the game for years. You can't tell me
that. Yeah, but not live TV.
I understand that. But most parts, the live TV part is never an issue on AEW's side. Some of it is, like maybe missed camera spots.
Even the wrestlers, they're not used to being on live TV for 2 hours every week. So it's different for a lot of other than the main guys, like Jericho, and Cody, who have been live TV every week. A lot of these guys we're seeing are so new to this. They never been on live TV.
Some of them. But you can't, a lot of these guys came from New Japan, wrestled in big arenas, big environments, big
but not
matches.
Weekly.
I understand that, but they still have experiences with this type of stuff. The issues with AEW is more technical issues, which is not even AEW's fault for the most part. It's more on the TNT side. But, that I can give them a pass on. Like missed camera spots, the referee botches. The first one kind of gave it a pass, happened again. You're going to get on them about it. The tag team matches, we're going to get on them about it because there's veterans in that ring. There's guys that are being booked by veterans. JR, Kenny Omega, the Bucks, Cody Rhodes. These guys have had experience in wrestling for years. So I'm getting kind of tired of the excuses.
Yeah, but not behind the scenes.
I can give you that.
But still, Kenny Omega, what the fuck does he know about running a women's division? And nothing against the Bucks, but what do the Bucks know about booking tag team? Yes, they might know how to go out there and put on a match, but to book other people in a match, that can't be easy to be producing and doing all this stuff backstage when they've never done it before.
Okay, I'll give you that. Let's get to the chat room because I feel like I'm missing a lot of stuff. I don't even know why they missed tags until that miserable ass Speeds pointed it out to me. It was like learning Santa Claus isn't real.
What?
No, you had to read the comment. It was funny. Jericho putting all the AEW roster over literally put Sammy Guevara on the map. Steven says, think he used him as an example. Bobaruski with the EVP comment. Adam Bond says, speaking of justice, when can I hit you with a chair? When you give me some cash, I'll let you hit me with a chair. Or even a kendo stick. That would be even better. Super agree with Jericho, says Mr. AEW. It's okay for trios matches where action is everywhere, but traditional tag team matches should have tags unless specified otherwise. Tag psychology can be so dope if used right. I agree with them 100%. Kyle King says whoever their audio guy needs to be shot into the sun while wearing tanning lotion. Goddamn. They should be fired. They should fire their sound guy, says Steven. Sound guy sucks, says Canicus. Oh, apparently a lot of people are not fans of the sound guy. All right, so
he's the number one heel in AEW.
Yeah, it seems like. I did. Oh yeah, Jeffrey Cross has turned officially heel. I think he's joined the dark side with Kyle King. Oh boy.
The Dark Order or the Dark Side?
No, I forgot what he called. I think he's called the Kingsmen. That's what Kyle has his little group over there. So